Security cameras are designed to be our silent protectors, standing guard over our homes and loved ones day and night, whether we're there or far away. They offer us a sense of comfort and peace of mind, letting us check in on our families and property with just a glance at our phones, no matter where we are. But what if these digital guardians meant to keep us safe are turned against us? What if the very devices we trust to watch over us become the eyes and ears of strangers? Today's hackers don't need to pick locks or break windows. Instead, they exploit invisible digital vulnerabilities, slipping through weak passwords or outdated software, and turning our cameras into portals for spying. Suddenly, your daily routines, private conversations, and even your most intimate moments can be watched, recorded, and even shared by complete strangers without you ever knowing. The sense of violation is profound. The device you installed to deter intruders can become a one-way mirror, giving outsiders a window into your life. Real families have been terrorized by unknown voices speaking through baby monitors, shattering their sense of safety in the most vulnerable spaces. Private moments meant to stay within the walls of your home have been broadcast online, sometimes going viral before victims even realize what's happened. Businesses aren't immune either. Sensitive meetings, confidential documents, and employee activities have all been exposed through compromised cameras. All it takes is a single vulnerable camera for an entire organization's privacy to be breached, putting reputations and livelihoods at risk. The psychological toll is real and lasting, shattering the sense of safety and sanctuary we expect in our own homes and workplaces. In this video, we'll pull back the curtain to reveal how these hacks happen, what's truly at stake, and the steps you can take to defend yourself and your loved ones. Most importantly, we'll show you practical ways to secure your cameras, from choosing strong passwords to updating your devices and understanding your network. Because understanding the risks is the first step to reclaiming your digital privacy and ensuring your home remains your sanctuary. When it comes to hacking security cameras, most attacks begin with something surprisingly simple: weak or unchanged default passwords. It might sound basic, but this is the #1 way hackers gain access to devices all over the world. Many people never bother to update the factory settings on their cameras. They leave admin as the username and password as the password, thinking it's just temporary or that no one will ever try to break in. But these default credentials are widely known and published online, making them an open invitation for cybercriminals. Hackers don't need to sit at a computer and guess passwords one by one. Instead, they use automated bots that constantly scan the internet, testing these default logins on thousands, sometimes millions of devices every single minute. It's a numbers game, and eventually they find cameras that are still unprotected. If your camera is still using its original password, it can be compromised within minutes of being connected to the internet. The moment it goes online, it's at risk. But passwords aren't the only weak spot. Outdated firmware is another major risk. Firmware is the software that runs your camera, and if it's not updated, it can have bugs or vulnerabilities that hackers know how to exploit. Unfortunately, many users ignore those update notifications, thinking they're not important or that updates are just a hassle. But every time you skip an update, you leave known security holes wide open for attackers. The security of your home Wi-Fi network is just as critical. If your router uses a weak password or outdated encryption, hackers can break in and see every device connected to your network, including your cameras. Once inside your network, hackers can intercept camera data, watch live feeds, or even take control of the device directly. Your private moments could be exposed without you ever knowing. That's why securing your router is just as important as securing your camera. A strong, unique password and up-to-date security settings on your router can make a huge difference. Always change default passwords, keep your camera's firmware updated, and use strong Wi-Fi security with modern encryption. These steps might seem small, but they're your first line of defense. By taking these simple actions, you close the most common doors that hackers use to get in. You make your home and your privacy much harder to invade. Don't let convenience become your biggest vulnerability. Taking shortcuts with security might save time now, but it can cost you much more later. So take action today. Update your passwords, secure your network, and lock down your devices before someone else decides to do it for you. In 2019, the LeMay family in Mississippi installed a Ring camera in their daughter's bedroom. 4 days later, their 8-year-old heard a strange voice from the camera. "I'm your best friend, I'm Santa Claus." The hacker taunted her, encouraging destructive behavior and terrifying the family. The parents rushed in, disconnected the camera, and shared the footage as a warning to others. This wasn't an isolated incident. Hackers were targeting ring users, sharing stolen credentials in online forums. Many attacks happened because people reused passwords from other breached accounts. The lesson: never reuse passwords, especially for devices in your home. Use strong, unique passwords for every account. The LeMay family's ordeal is a stark reminder. Digital security is personal. Don't let your camera become a source of fear. In 2018, a South Carolina couple woke to a stranger's voice coming from their baby monitor. The hacker moved the camera, shouted at their sleeping son, and hurled obscenities at the parents. The device had never been updated and still used its default password, making it an easy target. The attack was simple but devastating, turning a tool for safety into a source of terror. Many treat smart devices like appliances, forgetting their powerful computers needing real security. Change default passwords, update firmware, and enable all available security features. Don't underestimate the risks. Treat every connected device as a potential entry point. The Summit family story is a wake-up call for every parent. Secure your devices before someone else takes control. Imagine a world where hackers don't have to break a sweat to find your security camera. They don't need to guess IP addresses or spend hours scanning the web. Instead, they use Shodan, often called the search engine for hackers. Shodan is a powerful tool that has changed the way both security professionals and cybercriminals interact with the internet. Unlike Google, which indexes websites, Shodan scans the entire internet for connected devices. Everything from webcams and baby monitors to traffic lights and industrial control systems. It catalogs details like device type, software version, and even physical location, creating a searchable database of the world's online devices. Security professionals rely on Shodan to audit their own networks, searching for vulnerabilities before attackers do. But on the flip side, criminals use it to hunt for easy targets, devices that are exposed, outdated, or misconfigured. With just a few keystrokes, hackers can uncover thousands of unsecured cameras worldwide. Many of these devices are still using factory default usernames and passwords, making them incredibly easy to access. Shockingly, some camera feeds require no password at all. This means that private spaces, homes, businesses, even sensitive areas like hospitals, can be exposed to anyone with an internet connection and a little curiosity. The scale of exposure is staggering. Living rooms, cash registers, and private hospital rooms are just a click away, their footage available to strangers around the globe. It's important to remember, obscurity isn't security. Automated tools don't care who you are or where you live. They scan the internet relentlessly, looking for any device that's vulnerable. If your device is online and not properly secured, it's only a matter of time before it's discovered. Shodan makes it easy for anyone to find these weak spots. Shodan proves that there's truly no hiding on the public internet. Every exposed device is a glowing dot on a global map, visible to anyone who knows where to look. Don't make the mistake of thinking you're too small or insignificant to be noticed. Even the most modest home or office can become a target. The best defense is to secure your devices. Change default passwords, enable two-factor authentication, and keep your software updated. Otherwise, you risk being discovered by anyone, anywhere in the world. The threat is real, and it's automated. In today's connected world, your privacy depends on the steps you take to protect it. Once hackers access your camera, the intrusion is just the beginning. Stolen footage becomes a commodity, shared for voyeurism, sold on dark web marketplaces, or used for blackmail. Some hackers watch for amusement, others profit by selling access to live feeds, especially from private spaces. The most sensitive footage fetches the highest price. Hackers may use compromising videos for extortion, demanding payment to keep them private. Business cameras can be exploited for corporate espionage or to plan burglaries. Criminals use your own cameras to map your routines and security measures. A hacked camera is an intelligence tool for real-world crime. Protect your footage. Don't let it become someone else's asset. Protecting your cameras doesn't require tech expertise, just a few key habits. First, change the default password to something long, unique, and complex. Never reuse passwords from other accounts. Keep your camera's firmware updated. Install patches as soon as they're available. Disable features you don't need, like remote access, to reduce attack surfaces. Place cameras thoughtfully. Avoid bedrooms and bathrooms unless absolutely necessary. Secure your Wi-Fi with a strong password and modern encryption, WPA3 or WPA2. Change your router's default admin password too. For extra safety, put smart devices on a separate guest network. These simple steps dramatically reduce your risk. Want even stronger protection? Enable two-factor authentication, 2FA, on your camera accounts. 2FA requires a password and a code from your phone, blocking most credential-based attacks. Leading brands now offer 2FA. Turn it on immediately. If your camera doesn't support it, consider switching brands. Advanced users can set up firewall rules to limit which servers your camera can contact. This blocks unauthorized access and keeps malware from spreading. Don't forget physical security mount cameras out of reach to prevent tampering. Security is about layers. Combine digital and physical defenses. The more barriers you build, the safer your home. The convenience of smart cameras comes with new responsibilities. These aren't toys. They're internet-connected portals into your home. Manufacturers must build security in, but you must demand it and use it. Move beyond plug and play. Take time to set up and maintain your devices. Use strong, unique passwords. Enable two-factor authentication. Keep firmware updated. Secure your network. These are simple acts of digital hygiene, like locking your front door. Don't wait for a breach to take action. Review your devices today. Check passwords, enable 2FA, update software. The threat is real, but you have the power to stop it. Take control of your digital life and protect your family's privacy. Be vigilant, be proactive, and lock your digital doors.